Good morning, folks, and welcome back to Dad's farm. Current bank balance is £93,904, and today is quite an exciting day. I've been doing a lot of silage baling over the last couple of days, and I've been hoarding my bales waiting for the price to go up, and finally we are at £373 for silage, which is a pretty decent price. It's not the highest I've seen. I have seen it into the 400s, and I did wait a few days hoping that it would go up to that, but 373 is a fairly decent price, and I need to get rid of my bales. I don't have any more room for bales. Let me show you what I mean. I don't really need my lights on anymore. It was raining all through the night. It was really rainy, but it's a beautiful morning now. It stopped raining. But as you can see, I've got a bit of a bale problem. I have got a lot of bales. I'm not entirely sure of the value of all this, but it should be... It's not going to be enough to get me out of debt. I'm still 500,000 in debt. And my plan at the minute, once I get a bit of money from selling all of this, I'm not quite at the stage where I want to start paying off my debts yet. I want to buy one more field. I'll show you which field I want. You see, at the minute, I've got this great big grass field, and I've got the field over the road for grass. But the only crop fields I've got are the smaller ones up by the railway line that you'll have probably seen on other videos. And to make it worthwhile to get a bigger harvester, I think I really need another crop field. So what I'm thinking of doing is buying this little field here next to the restaurant, and it's not huge, it's only a small field, but it's big enough to be worthwhile. I can probably make it a little bit bigger at the front, although at the front here we've got someone's building a house. They don't seem to have done very much in the last couple of weeks, but I can't just knock it down and turn it into a field. I'm going to have to leave the house there. But we're right next to the restaurant, so it's going to be really convenient potentially for getting crops to the restaurant. I can maybe take out some of these trees around here, although you can see we're right next to a property here. Would that be my property if we bought that? I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's all my land. If we were to buy this, that would be... Can we get up here? Let's have a look. Look. Hidden room. I would own all this. No idea what I'd do with it. And I'd own all of this as well, all the way up to the road's edge, I think. Yeah, the boundary is the edge of this road. There's really not a lot I can do with this. Would I own this? I don't even know what this is. But I'd best take a look before we buy the place. We might as well see what we'd be buying. Well, I've no idea what I would do with this. Not very much, probably. But we do have a little bit of land here. Take these trees out. Sell the wood. Make this field a bit bigger. I think there is some scope to make some money out of this. Anyway, first thing to do, let's go and sell our silage. I've upgraded to the biggest Flegel bale trailer you can buy. It's the auto loader. Starting the day at £93,904. Let's see where we get to. my word, we are done. And what is the total bank balance now? Well, let me tell you first of all how much we made from selling all of those bales. We'll check it in the profit and loss. We just made £427,437 from selling all of those silage bales. That is amazing. And you know what that means? Guess what, folks? We're out of debt. The bank balance, £521,341. There's a couple of things here. First of all, it would almost seem rude not to do one more batch of silage bales, since this field has already had its first cut and is due for its second cut anyways. I'm going to quickly cut the grass on this field and sell another batch while it's still at a good price. So I'll come back to you in 5 minutes. Okay, I have rather a lot of bales. I'm going to just quickly kind of scout round and pick all these up. Before I do, let me just check that the price is still good. 373, which is decent. So I'm going to nip round, pick all these up, and we'll see how we are for money once that's all done. Just to let you know, so in-game time is now 10:02. I started this at 7:40. So it's taken nearly 2.5 hours to cut all the grass, windrow it, and do all the baling, and that's in real time, so real 2.5 hours it took. So it's a lot of effort, but it's financially rewarding. I'd need to work out whether it's more financially rewarding than just doing crops. I'm not entirely sure. Talking of which, I've got a field that's nearly ready to harvest. How's that doing? Oh, 14 and 15 are ready to harvest. Okay. Let's sell all these and I'll come back to you. And that is us done, and I've just done a quick bit of kind of mathematics on all of this because There's so many parallels between my other channels and Farming Simulator. If you're not aware, I've got the Gosforth Handyman channel where I chat about quite a lot of, well, obviously how to do various jobs, but a lot on the business side as well in terms of trying to run a profitable business. And then obviously I've got the Small Business Toolbox channel, which is talking about actual real-world business concepts and things like that. And I'm always banging on about how if you are running your own business, you have to have an eye on the numbers and making sure what you're doing is profitable. So for the beginning part of this game, for the last goodness knows how many episodes, I've really focused on investing in equipment and land and everything else. And you can see the bank balance is now £773,917, and I've still got another harvest left to do as well. So we're into the 800,000 mark, no problem, which should be enough not only to buy that extra field, but also to pay off the debt that I'm in, the 500,000 debt that I'm in. So we can get that sorted now. I'll save that probably for a future episode. But I'm going to take you through a profitability analysis of the silage baling on these two fields, because I think it's quite interesting. So field 18, which is the little field kind of over in the distance there, I managed to get a yield of 32 bales of silage, and I made £47,824 from that. And then on the bigger field, which is fields 21 and 22 glued together, I managed to get 60 bales, so pretty much double, 60 bales, and I made £89,670 from that. So the total income was £137,494. 92 bales, the market price of the bales was £373, which worked out at £1,494.50 per bale. Which probably all sounds pretty dandy, but it took me in real time 2 hours and 40 minutes to do everything in order to harvest all of these bales. That included all of the grass cutting, all of the windrowing. I had helpers helping on the grass cutting and the windrowing, so it was pretty much as quickly as I could possibly do it. I haven't catered for the cost of the helpers or anything in this, but it's fairly nominal. And as I say, it took 2 hours and 40 minutes, so if you work it out on a hourly rate, based on real-time hourly rate, it worked out at £51,560 per hour, which obviously sounds pretty good, but I think I would make more from a normal crop harvest in terms of an hourly rate. I'm not sure, and I need to work that out. I've got a wheat harvest ready to rock, so I think that'll be the subject of the next video. Which is going to be more profitable, a full silage harvest or a full wheat harvest? You're going to have to wait till next time to find that out, I'm afraid. I'm pretty sure I can get a full harvest done in well under an hour, but sometimes on this game, time just disappears, and something that you think took an hour actually took 2 or 3 hours. So I'll save that for the next video. We'll do a bit of a comparison side by side, a wheat harvest versus a silage bale harvest. And then on the video after that, I think it's time to do a few farm upgrades and officially declare ourselves out of debt. One thing I forgot to mention as well, you might have noticed at the beginning of when I started picking all the bales up, there was already 2 bales on the trailer. And I couldn't for the life of me work out where those had come from. I couldn't remember if I'd already left them on there from a previous harvest or whether they came from the other field or what. And I checked back on the footage and they definitely weren't there at the start, but they were there at the end. And I think my trailer has been in the operating position and a couple of the bales have just rolled towards it and automatically ended up on the trailer. That's why, by the way, when I was collecting all the bales, I left 2 bales on their own because I was trying to work out the price of everything, not taking into account the bales that were already on the trailer, because if they were from a previous harvest, then they shouldn't count in the numbers. But I worked out that they were definitely from this harvest and they must have just rolled down the hill on fields 21 and 22. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you've got any comments, any questions, anything like that, how are you getting on your own farms on Farming Simulator? I'd love to hear what farms you are actually on. Let me know in the comments. Take care, folks. See you next time.